welcome back, Wastelanders, to another settlement tour. As you can see from our surroundings here, and of course by the title, we are at the Starlight Drive-in, or should I say what used to be the Starlight Drive-in. Now we can call it, I don't know, the Starlight Boston Theater? Sure, why not? Because it's no longer a drive-in, as I said. We've turned this into a fully fledged, all-in-one actual theater. Movie theater, of course. So right up front here, got some decorative lighting to help light up the sign, nice and red. Got ourselves a little now showing into the shelter. The signs aren't the best. If you're wondering where I got them, it's actually part of a, I guess you can call it like a DLC for videos of the wasteland, as well as those signs up there and all the posters I got going on. These lights here too that shoot up into the sky, which is really cool. I just really wish they moved. Like, that would have been absolutely freaking fantastic. But as is, like, they're cool. Like, I can't not say that they aren't, because I mean, you know, they just took some basic lights there and then made these really cool effects with them. So cool stuff. Like I said, I just wish that they moved. So, yes, out here, I repaired the lights, like I said, lit up the sign here, and built one big giant building all the way around the projector slash, I don't know, diner, and the actual screen itself. So when you come up this way, come on over here, we actually have a parking lot for all the vehicles, so that everybody can come and park their cars and motorcycles and trucks and whatnot. Just, you know, basic parking lot with some lights, and threw a whole bunch of cars out in here to make it look like the theater is actually in, I don't know, in session, running, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this is a little sneak peek of the building from the outside here, and this was built using the hotel DLC part of Snappy builds. You can actually get the Far Harbor Hotel and build with those kinds of textures, whatever you want to call them. So these are actually supposed to be like really, really dark windows. I know they look solid, but if you're inside and it's the middle of the day and sunny and whatnot, there is a little light that comes through them. But for the most part, it blocks 90% of the light. So got a little sneaky peeky too here of the lobby that we're going to be entering in very, very soon. So after you park your car, you can come walking over here. I built a nice little walkway with some steps down this way. We got ourselves a sidewalk. There's for our foot traffic and whatnot can come right up this way as well, and got ourselves a nice little sidewalk with some entryways here. Right here we have now showing on the Devil's Road, and this one I think is the same as the other one. Let's see. Oh yeah, on the Devil's Road, same as that one there. So these signs are cool, but as you can see, they can actually be really hard to read. I think the mod creator made them a little too glowy. The same kind of thing was kind of for these signs up here. That one's not too bad, but this one, like, you can't even tell that it even says anything. So if I come up here, yeah, there is actually writing. There you go. Now you can actually see that there is writing here. And, yeah, unfortunately, it's just, you know, completely washed out. So, sadly, as you can see up there too, I kept the alien spaceship. Actually, I had planned to put some lights around that, but I guess I forgot. So we'll just have to pretend that there's some, I don't know, colored lights or something hanging around there. The neon lights that you see all along the front here, that's also part of Videos of the Wasteland DLC part. That gives you some extras. Comes with all these signs, this stuff here, as well as some goodies on the inside that we're going to take a look at. Come on over here, we got our sliding doors, we can enter the main lobby. Over here on the left we have a ticket booth. That person there is supposed to be in here selling tickets, but of course, you know, they don't always go where they're assigned. Same thing with this person here, they're supposed to be doing something, but apparently they came over here to the diner to have some food, and as you can see, we have some rad corn. How cool is that? You know, from a distance, yeah, it kind of looks like popcorn, but not close up. But this actually does, so that's pretty cool. So that's actually part of the DLC as well, from Videos of the Wasteland, that gives you stuff like that. And we'll get actually a better look at those upstairs. These here, I just kind of glitched into this section here, so this one also sells like candy and whatnot. And like I said, I just kind of glitched into the sides of the pre-existing diner section here, which I changed up a little bit, rebuilt some of it, and put some doors in place. I didn't really do too much to it. I just wanted to kind of keep it the way it was, you know, fairly simple. So over here, again, we have another ticket booth. The leaves in here I cannot get rid of. It's one of those textures that sits on top of whatever you put in its place, and as you can see, it even went as far as being on top of this, and even using like the disable code through console command did not get rid of it. So it is what it is. Same over here. And we got ourselves, again, this is another little awesome thing from Videos of the Wasteland that gives you all kinds of cool stuff and statue form. And right through these doors is the theater, but we're not going to go in there just yet. I also put a rotating diner sign, because why not? Got some skylights up there, and we also got some more, I don't know, theater posters and whatnot. We also got a nice little walkway to the second floor of the theater. And so over here, we got cotton candy machine. There's, again, supposed to be somebody there, but they're not here. We even have some balloons that kind of float around. Cool stuff. And then over here, we actually have ice cream. How cool is that? We have mojito, strawberry, vanilla, cherry, hazelnut, lemon, pistachio. That's such a weird thing. Chocolate, orange, caramel, grapefruit, disgusting, and dark chocolate. Once again, there's actually supposed to be somebody here in the booth. And again, that's just one of those textures, too, that I just couldn't get rid of, so it just kind of looks like somebody spilled a bunch of chocolate ice cream. Oh. Whatever. It's all good. We got some ropes here, too, that actually look like red licorice. Cool stuff. And so this is what the actual candy booths, whatever, look like. These are two separate ones. So if I come in here, you can see these are two completely separate ones that I just put corner to corner. To kind of create the effect of it being like its own booth in a sense. And got some more of the ropes here so you can come in here and place your order and then get the heck out of there and whatnot. And so you can actually see what these look like. They do not have the neons on them. I added that as a nice little extra touch. And I built this whole booth around the ice cream thing. I suppose I probably could have made it smaller, but whatever. That does not come with the awning here. Like I said, I built the whole booth myself using Snappy builds. Yeah, some cool stuff up here that we'll get to momentarily. You'll understand why this looks the way it looks all in due time. Let's go ahead and close the door. And over here, same thing. Got ourselves our little candy booth and popcorn, etc. And that dude's levitating while eating some ice cream. Good for you. That's pretty cool. I guess ice cream raises his soul. Who knows? So anyway. What is the point of all that up there? So, you can see a little bit of starlight in this visible. If we come up here into the projection booth, you have the actual projector up here, and it actually shoots out that way. So it created this whole closed-off hallway because of the huge gap that was here and the fact that the lobby is underneath there. So that was my little solution for making that work. Now, Videos of the Wasteland has a really cool feature, there you go, where you can actually do the theater here. You can repair the screen. It's kind of hard to see from here, but the screen has actually been repaired, and we can actually broadcast something to it. Now, unfortunately, I can only do the special videos. I can't do anything like the Betty Boop stuff because there are no reels. Like, they actually need to be on these reels, and it's not a mod that too many people support or support anymore, and so, you know, this is all we get. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh no, I took it out. I wasn't supposed to do that. let's fix that real fast. I think they're in here. Let's see. Put in. Okay, now you can see it starts to roll, and you can hear that the show is starting. So we're gonna go ahead and run on in here from the second floor. And boom! Here we go with the full theater. Some mole rats. They keep glitching back in here, which I'll explain later. So as you can see, the screen is fully working and fully repaired, and at the moment, because the video is playing, you can't even tell that the screen is there. Really cool stuff. So, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and zip on up here, so now you can see how my little tunnel works. So there's the projector shooting out this way towards the school. So up here, again, we have the second floor seating. We have a nice little balcony section here. I put these guys on an angle so they don't have to really twist their neck too hard to watch the movie and whatnot. I really wish I could have put some other stuff on here besides this, but, you know, it is what it is. I would have done either Betty Boop. I was actually looking into, I think I'd seen some Laurel and Hardy ones, but it was for the older version of this, and I just could not get them to work, to the point where, like, I cannot craft them. Over here, same exact thing. We have our second floor and our balcony sections with the tilted seats and whatnot. Big giant vaulted ceilings way up there. Exit signs. We got ourselves the other little tunnelway leading back into the lobby. And down over here, unfortunately there are no railings that exist for these stairs, but we do have a nice little spiral staircase that leads us down to the main floor. Again, this is the lobby out that way. And down here we have all of our regular seating down on the first floor. And again, these mole rats, I've come in and killed them all to take over this place. And yet, every time I launch the game and come back, like, they're here. And they just say unassigned. They don't move, they don't do anything, and I just scrap them to get rid of them. But they constantly show up, especially if I leave and go somewhere and come back. Even if I haven't, like, relaunched the game or anything, they just keep reappearing. So, if you're wondering why these steps are here, it's because of the elevation change, and you can kind of see it a little bit right here. This is a little section of the parking lot for the drive-in down below here that we can see and whatnot. It's all still down there, just 90% of it is, you know, covered up and whatnot. But, there we go. So it slopes down and down and down and gets about here and then takes a really sharp uptick. And so to kind of combat that, I had to kind of do some levels here and whatnot. And again, you can see right here the road or parking lot got really high over here. So did what I could. Now that we've gone ahead and seen all that, whoops, doodle, let's go ahead and make it light out so we can actually see this a little better. Go into world manipulation, change our time to, oh, I don't know, 9 a.m. There we go. So now it's nice and light in here, enough that you can actually see what's going on. It is not actually this bright in here, it's just the way the game is because of how far away the walls and whatnot are. So as you can see, when I get closer, it gets darker. And that, of course, is going to start to get lighter the farther away I go. So I put nice red decorative walls in throughout the entire place to really give it that theater feel. Left the ceilings and whatnot for the most part untouched, but here you can see now the entire screen has been repaired. Again, that is part of the DLC section, or whatever you want to call it, extras for Videos of the Wasteland. Will repair that screen for you. Prior to using that, I was starting to patch some of the stuff in myself using, I don't know, metal textures very similar to what you see there. And it just looked awful, and then I saw this whole thing with you can actually repair it, and so I said, oh, might as well just do that. So, we can actually go behind the screen, because this building still exists, just as before. So we can actually come on up and out, and we can get a little view of the, the top of the building, the back of the building, whatever you want to call it. I mean, this whole thing I just pretty much left untouched, because there was no point in doing it. Other than just basically meeting up to the building, like there was nothing for me to change, so I didn't touch any of it, just left it exactly the way it was. Got our giant curtains, of course, hanging up there, and then we got our other little walkway here that doesn't really seem to serve any kind of purpose. I don't know why this is here. The door and this whole backspace, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, there you go. This is the Boston Theater, built piece by piece, and the worst, hardest part of it was doing all the seats. It's just painstaking, because, as you know, these are done in sections of 3 seats, and to line them up as best I could and not go insane putting, 10,000 seats in here was quite the task. So here's the underside of our balcony and upper floor. We got some nice supports down in here to help hold it up. And, oh, jeez, I'm missing a section of floor. There it is. I don't know how that happened. Let's fix that. There we go. Everything's hunky-dunky. So again, yeah, I wish there were some railings that were part of these stairs here. This is part of Hodgepodge, the mod called Hodgepodge, and they have all these awesome stairs and whatnot, but for whatever reason they do not make any railings for it, which is pretty sad. I guess could use the curved walls to go along with it, but it would not have looked right, and there's no section of wall that would have ended perfectly like right up there with that, and it just, I started trying to do that, but it just looked awful. So I said, forget it. So there we go. This is the whole Boston Theater. You can actually see some of the overhang thingy is still here, just kind of glitched in and out. I could have hit it better if I brought everything down, but it would have started to make the lobby like way too low. So I just decided to leave it the way it was. Oh, there we go. There's our ticket person. I wonder if the other one's doing their job. Let's go see, because it was kind of late at night. No, they're all just kind of standing around. But let's see if anybody's up here in their stores. No, you're just kind of chilling. Nobody there. So, kind of hit or miss. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. More often they are not. Cool. So that's the end of the tour there. I hope you guys had some fun watching this. Hope it helps inspire you to get out there and create some really cool, weird things. I mean, not everything has to be like an actual fully functioning settlement. You can do some awesome, fun, weird, quirky things like this. And as you've seen from my videos in the past, I love doing weird stuff like this. So, you know, with all my famous houses and buildings, stuff that I was doing quite a while back with like Beetlejuice and this and that, you know, whatever. It's all just about having some fun. As you can see here, we still got the top of the building sticking out there, and I had to put all this in place to help cover it because nothing lined up perfectly. So, yeah, sometimes you just gotta kind of wing it and throw some stuff in there. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. I got plenty more different things coming up for you. I don't know if I'll be doing any more movie theaters, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, if you guys have any requests of weird, quirky things you'd like to see me try to build, you know, I did the World Wrestling Federation theater thing a little while ago. Now we got an actual theater here. You know, there are no limits, so yeah, leave them in the comments below. Anywho, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Until next time, don't get irradiated.